You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about, like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW, let us surprise you.
Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race Recap Show for Season 18, Episode 15, titled All RuPaul-a-Palooza Smackdown. My name's Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, by our very own Walla Walla Walla-Palooza from Bravo, effing Bravo. Please say hello, good day to Mr. Nathan Patrick Brown. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Joe. Hey, kitty girl. It's your world.
Oh, that would have been a good lip sync song too. I was talking. Oh wait. In a few days, you're going to hear me talk to Robert about how all the different
I'm
songs
sick of
they should have
this
used.
order that you're recording in.
I don't like it because I can't talk about anything. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about because I haven't done recap yet. It was horrible. Anyway,
it's very last 5 years. We start from the back or whatever, and then we meet in the middle, and then we come out at this end.
And often you find me in the corner of the room going like, Robert is stupid and Robert is mean.
Yeah, I hear that often. Every Just Between Us Girls, I hear that.
Robert uses his face card wherever he's been.
That's good.
Did you see all the jokes about this? I didn't even know they were doing it at the Hollywood Bowl. This Ben Platt and
Rachel Zeggs.
Rachel Ziegler. But I wouldn't have gone anyway because I can't stand this Ben Platt.
Yeah, I kind of liked Ben Platt at first, but then the more people made fun of like the way he sounds, like how he's got that same tone for every single note that he sings, I was like, oh yeah, it's hard to unhear that.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I don't know if I'd love it. And do you know what I'm super worried about is this Merrily We Roll Along film. You know how they're doing it where they like are filming it over 15 years or whatever.
And they cast that stupid the
Beanie.
Jonah Hill's Beanie Feldstein, and then they had to already replace someone and reshoot everything.
And then meanwhile we get the pro shot with Jonathan Groff and Daniel Radcliffe, and it's like, well, we don't need the movie now. So I think Ben Platt's gonna be shit in that. Sorry
about it. So
we need a show just to talk about musicals.
Why are you being nice to me now?
I'm always nice.
Guys, if most of you have noticed that there was no big takeaway last night.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we need to talk about this. And I sent out a message that was, I think, appropriate to what I knew at the time. And I still don't know anything. But Nathan and I did talk to Laurie before we started recording. And
it's really bad, guys. Amazon delivery person threw her package over the fence. It's been a really tough time.
It is a serious thing, but then I called Lori to check on her, and she's seemingly doing silly things. But anyway, so what happened was she was going to be in the area. So I was like, oh, hey, you're going to be in the area. Why don't we'll do Big Takeaway live. Right?
Yeah, which would have been great.
Did Fat Camp already air? Oh, it did. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a little if you want to know what you're missing on Fat Camp, I'm going to tell you right now in a second. So, because my friendship with Lori is so weird. Okay. So she's here. She's relaxing on the couch. We're watching, we're watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, we're dragging and chilling. We were kissing a little bit.
Oh, over the
there might have been
action.
some heavy petting and stuff like that. Yeah, during like all the boring parts. Like we would stop during the songs. But like during all the like, oh, pull the balls, you know. What,
so Lori was pulling your balls.
Oh yeah, we were like kissing, and I was like, I tried rubbing her breast, but then I'd always, pull out like, why is there a remote control? Yeah, why is there like a chapstick under your chi-chi?
Is she a good kisser?
Oh, very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
And it's good because, there's stuff in her, like whatever she ate for lunch, she has left over in her tea. And I go, oh, there's that Pollo Loco I wanted. Yeah. Anyway, and she gets a phone call. And it's from Starr. And I'll just say she delivered some very serious, very bad news where Lori at one point was telling Starr, do you think I should go home? And I'm like, I will kick you out. For sure you need to go home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh, it's this horrible news. Stay here while we record the show. Right? So I was like, no. I even told her after she hung up with Starr, I go, even if Starr wouldn't have said, you have to come home, I would have said,
you gotta go.
You gotta go. Yeah, the vibe was killed. And put your pants back on. But anyway, so on Fat Camp, which is an expensive tier only show, I don't even know how to get into this. And I don't know if this person listens to this show because this person does not listen to this. He doesn't have expensive tier. But I was telling the story about how Jeremy got really angry. It's a very, I'm really simplifying this so much, but Jeremy got really angry. And I was saying this should have been a warning sign of things to come, but Jeremy got very angry right after he left from LA because he left a bunch of stuff, right?
What, like accidentally?
Yeah, accidentally. And one of them, were a bunch of things, but we were talking about this. There's a whole reason why I'm Fat Camp. It's too complicated. But was a little tiny pair of underwear. Right? So right after that on Just Between Us Girls for All-Stars 2 years ago, over my pants, I didn't take any clothing off, but over my pants, for a joke, I tried on the underwear, right? For Taylor, it made Taylor laugh, right? And boy, did we laugh. Just Jeremy got so fucking upset and disturbed. Like, so upset. I'm like, dude, it's not like I jacked off with the underwear, right? It's not like I jacked off with the underwear.
Were they like
did anything.
Sexy undies or were they just like
No,
plain?
boxer briefs.
Okay.
Boxer briefs. So, of course, in the way things go with me and Lori, I tried them on again over my pants. And it was hilarious. I should release the video, right? I have the video. I should release it, right? Let me tell you how we're getting there. So
You can't get them now.
Listen to the rest of the story. Listen to the rest of the story. Show me, right? Listen to the rest of the story.
Let us see.
Yeah. Listen to the rest of the story. So Lori says,
Okay.
She's laughing. We're laughing. She goes, we got to get that underwear. I'm going to try them on. Right? And I go, okay. So Lori is like really upset leaving my house. I'm like walking her out the door. Right? And upset. This is really, I will say, guys, we're laughing right now, but like she got really sad news. Okay?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm walking her out the door and I go, oh, hey, I got to give you something. And I left and came back with Jeremy's tiny underwear. and she was like, oh, good. Thank you. And so now Lori has the little tiny underwear and she's going to try it on the next episode of Fat Camp. What's funny is she got this horrible news and she goes, oh, do you want me just to try them on right now? And I go, no. You got to go with Starr. Just take the little underwear with you.
Oh, my God.
And we'll try them on the next episode of Fat Camp.
And they're clean undies, right?
They're clean.
Okay. Well,
not after I was done with them. That's what I'm saying. This Jeremy, like, so fucking sensitive. I it's one of these things as time passes, I realize I was like, what was wrong with me?
This is so funny.
Yeah. I'm glad he's in the Netherlands. If you're listening, Jeremy, I gave your little underwear to Lori and now she's gonna try them on. Every fat person in I'm gonna give them to that
Sisterhood of the Traveling Jeremy's Undies.
Yeah, Sisterhood of the little boy underwear. What's the name of it? I'm gonna give him next. Caleb Herron's gonna get the little boy underwear and he's gonna try them on.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be we'll make a video series. trying on Jeremy's little tiny underwear.
I love that.
You know what I should have done before I gave him to Lori? Shit. I'm going to get him back from Lori after she doesn't try him on. I want to see if it will fit Carol Channing.
Oh my God, do it.
The Carol Channing doll.
Well, they might be a bit stretched out after everyone else tries them on. I'm so sorry to say it.
Okay. All right. Why don't we take a break? When we come back, we're going to talk about the episode. We'll be back right after this.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them, that's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Get dressed with me to head to yoga and then grab lunch. So I'm going for a more chill vibe today, since I just got these new drapey yoga joggers from Lululemon. The looser fit is such a nice change from the tights I usually wear. They just flow when I'm moving through poses. I'll probably keep these on after class and switch my top for something less sporty. Anyway, can't be late, so that's it for today. Bye, y'all. Shop the new Rulu drapey yoga joggers at lululemon.com.
Good things come in fours, like ukulele strings, boy band members, and PayPal Pay in 4. No fees, no interest, no impact on your credit score. Just the flexibility to pay the way that works for you. Strum it, hum it, pay it in 4. Tap the banner to learn more. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
And we are back. What did I do with the script? Oh, it's right here. This week, the eliminated queens return in a lip sync showdown to see which one of them can take home the cash prize. This season, the category is... This is dumb. I wrote this. RuPaul. It's not just RuPaul. I meant to write like RuPaul's music or something. In the end, Juicy Love Dion was named the winner of the Smackdown and went home with $50,000. Nathan Patrick Brown, name 2 things you liked about the episode and 1 thing you did not.
Yeah, so I think this is my favorite episode of the season. I loved it. And I think if I had to pick 2 things that I liked, one would be the new bracket format. I thought worked really well, and I liked having the audience there for a bit of energy. I thought they did a good job. And the other thing was the return of some drama in the workroom. I liked that. It didn't go on for too long, but I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. And like I don't really have something I didn't like about this episode.
Really?
But I will say maybe the thing I didn't like is that it highlights for me how boring the top 3 are. Like, because I was having so much fun in the workroom with everyone else, and I was enjoying watching these queens lip sync, and like I was like rooting for Juicy. I was like, oh, I'm loving all of this. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, and next week here we've got the top 3, and I was just like, oh, that's the snooze fest.
Did you notice Darlene dressed as Flo from Alice?
I did notice. I didn't, and that's why I was like, wait, when did they film this? So it must have just been like, Yeah, but Briar's still sick, so I was like, I'm confused on the timeline. Well, sick.
No, I don't know. Who knows? God forbid somebody pretend to be sick to get out of their duties.
But yeah, Darlene, I think she's a smart queen in that way.
Yeah, smart queen. It reminds me of, which I always thought was so low-key brilliant, and they didn't make a big deal about it, but when Sharon went to the finale, and one of her outfits in the opening, actually, was like a costume from Party City.
Oh, that's fun.
Like a little teapot, actually. If you look at she's in the dress as like a she got the outfit at Party City. It's like a teapot outfit or something.
That's pretty good. So what did you like and not like about this episode, Joe? Or do you have a big takeaway since we didn't get one from you?
I gave it on the Relaska Thoughts, which comes out all the time. But I'll give you a preview.
Oh, yeah.
And I even say on there, I probably talked about this on recap. So anyway, I feel like I'm in like a time travel movie.
It's very Inception-y.
Yeah, it is. But what I liked, I lived for all of Juicy's lip syncing, but I know it's so on the nose, but that moment when she did the handstand and the top came off.
It was amazing.
Great. I wish I was at a live bar watching it.
Yep.
For that moment. I also liked this format, but I wonder how much of this format was just because Breyer couldn't be in it, so they had to rejigger everything.
Yeah, I don't know, but it really worked for me. I liked that there wasn't like any a lip sync with 3 queens. I feel like that never works.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then the thing I didn't like, and I talked about this with me, but it would have been my big takeaway and whatnot, is I feel we have been gaslit into believing. Well, no, I'm much more nuanced on Real Alaska Thoughts. I wouldn't say gaslit into believing that Mia Starr is a good dancer. I think she is we know she's a good dancer. You don't work at that level and have the success she had if you're not a good dancer. But I talk on Real Alaska Thoughts, and I'll say it here. There's a difference between being a good dancer and then also being able to come up with dances, you know?
Okay.
And I think, and the example I use was myself, because I'm really good, like my knife skills and kitchen skills are for a home cook top level, right? But I can't come up with a fucking recipe. I couldn't come up with a recipe if I wanted to, right? And I feel that's Mia. I feel she's a great dancer, but she's not a choreographer.
Oh.
And so, yeah, because honestly, and at first, so I knew this during the season, but I was giving her a lot of grace. So at first I thought, okay, well, she's old, right? But we saw her dance, and she could even do more. At that age, and you're a dancer, like you could do more. Right? Maybe you can't do the throwing yourself in the air and all that nonsense, and the split, like what she couldn't do what Juicy was doing, but she could do a lot, right?
Yeah.
1. 2, but that's what I thought at first. And then I was like, oh, you know what? She's really playing it smart. She's holding on to the really explosive dance moves for when she really needs it. She's not Queen Kong barrel rolling every 2 seconds, you know?
Mama, people love my barrel rolls.
I'm gonna do the barrel. It's gonna be just like when it would be just as if I was on the snatch game and I said, is the bus still running? They would just give me the price right then, and they would just send me home. Or like when Jasmine Masters had that one dress and they was gonna save her, and then she went home. And then like also like how the Sierra Mist thought that because she did the substance and she was gonna like win the whole thing, right? The barrel was like that. So anyway. I thought she was saving it. And I thought maybe even when Kenya sent her home, it was because she miscalculated and thought Kenya couldn't send her home. But what we found out was, no, all she does is just strut in beat and point.
Yeah, but it's really good. I think Mia's strength is that she performs in a way. It's interesting because I feel like she's not lip syncing to look better than the other person. I feel like she lip syncs and she elevates the whole stage. She makes the other person look good.
I really don't think there's a single lip sync she should have won.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get into it, but yeah.
I think she's fantastic. I just
no, and by the
am
way,
so glad we saw them together.
And I said this on Real Alaska Thoughts. I don't think she's a bad dancer. That's not what I'm saying. The argument I'm saying isn't she's a bad dancer. So even what you said in my brain and my theory is still correct. What I'm saying is they were talking about her like she was the second coming of dancing. And she's not. She's just good.
I think, I think she's really good.
Oh, really? I disagree.
I do think there's a few. Yeah, we'll get to them when we get to it. I have
a friend, and I swear to Christ, I'm going to drive tonight to her fucking house, who is a Broadway and dancer, choreographer. She choreographs everything now here in Southern California. Fantastic. She's the one that hooked me up with Jake Dupree when he was on there. Like, she knows everybody. She's an actual professional dancer. And I want her to see Mia's dances. And she's older. So she'd be able to say, okay, this is what she could do, what she couldn't do, blah, 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 blah. you know?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I think Mia, she can visualize what it looks like on the stage looking at both performers. And that's why, like, with the Mango one, like, she made that moment. And then, like, when Juicy and her are at the back of the stage before they're going to walk to the front, she, like, you can sort of see they both negotiate the spacing so that someone's not blocking the other. And, like, I feel like she's just doing stuff in a way that she knows is going to look really good for both of them.
I get what you're saying, but those are some moments. But the other moments, she's just strutting back and forth on the stage and pointing.
Well, yeah, that is sort of her dance style, isn't it?
Like in Peanut Butter, you know, Kenya's limited. Kenya did better her in Peanut. We're talking about the show. That's what I thought. All right, let's get the sort of drama of the thing out of the way. In the workroom, all the queens return ready for the Smackdown. Sierra Mist explains her Carrie-themed workroom outfit, and Briar Blush gives a health update. Meanwhile, Jane don't confront Sierra Mist about the garbage Sierra packed in her suitcase for the design challenge that Jane eventually won. Let's stop right here. Let's talk about all those moments in the workroom. What are your thoughts, Nathan?
Okay, so while I said I love the drama, I do as a whole, but individually, the stuff they're going on about, I'm like, get the fuck over it. So, like, first of all, Sierra coming in that Carrie outfit, being like, yes, because I got voted last in Raider Queen. And it's like, bitch, you were trying to manipulate people to vote someone else last. So, like, why are you playing the victim?
That's a really good point.
That I can't stand. And the same thing with Jane with the fabric. First of all, get over it. I thought Sierra had a great point being like, bitch, you won. So what are you worried about?
That was the thing too. She won.
She won. So I'm like, I was annoyed at them in those individual moments, but also I sat back and I was like, I'm fucking loving this.
It would be as if you and I were in line for lottery tickets and you cut in front of me, bought a lotto ticket, and then I followed you and I bought a lotto ticket and I won. And then I started yelling at you for cutting in front of me.
Exactly.
It's dumb. What a dummy this Jane Don't is. She's Jane Dunce. This is my change. I'm changing her name to Jane Dunce.
Yeah.
She's a dummy.
I actually found her more likable this episode than I used to. Maybe because we just had like a week off from her. But in that moment, I was like, fuck off, Jane. Like, you're still that same old Jane Dunce.
And you know what's so funny? Because Lori and I were kissing during the workroom stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't really clock it till I watched it again. So when I saw her, when she's like, I'm Carrie, right? Whatever. And I was like, oh, did they all come in costumes? And then I realized in the second watch, no, they're all dressed in like normal, everyday, walk around, go to the mall clothes.
Yes.
And she showed up in full geesh as Carrie.
It's so bizarre.
And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And then when they asked her what she's wearing, she walked to the workroom entrance and gave a speech. I was like, oh, she's been playing this in her fucking head since she was eliminated, what she was going to do. And what's funny is she thought she was going to eat and leave no crumbs. She didn't, but I think in her brain she did.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of crumbs left.
Yeah, but she's walking away going, there are no crumbs. And meanwhile, she's tripping on the crumbs. And no one was like, we're not eating. Everyone's like, we're not eating right now.
Yeah, it was
Why are you
bizarre.
eating? And throwing all those crumbs all over the place.
Did you enjoy seeing Dee Dee again? And
No.
her saying, I can't wait to see how this turns out?
See this and her stupid angular face and Sierra, why are you speaking of blood, why are you bloody? I was like, oh my God, that's so awkward. I hate this Dee Dee Fuego so much. The hatred I have for her.
At least she didn't mention she's from the Beverly Hills of Mexico. Or
I was talking to somebody from Mexico.
Yeah.
They didn't know. They don't watch the show. They don't know anything, right? And I had to look up first. I go, well, she's not going to know what I'm talking about. I go like, okay, this is where she's from. And I go, wherever she's from, I don't remember now. I go, do people consider that the Beverly Hills of Mexico? And they went, no. They were like, why would you say that? That's like if they said like Wollongong is the Beverly Hills of Australia.
Well, it kind of is.
Is it really?
No.
I don't know.
No. It's, I don't know what it would be.
Maybe she's the Monica Beverly Hills of Mexico.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe that's what she meant. Where she lives is the Monica Beverly Hills. of Mexico.
I watched that that Untucked clip where they say, except for Serena, and it's Monica Beverly Hills' laugh on a loop. I just watched that the other day like 10 times in a row because I find it so funny, that laugh she does.
The way they cut it to make it look going forever. Okay, any other thoughts on this workroom stuff?
Yeah, I still think Briar Blush faked her faint. And I think she's just doubling down. I don't believe it. I don't know why her doctor's like, you can't perform a lip sync. I was like, what? She's on light duties. Fuck off, Briar.
Yeah. She can't lift 0 pounds. Well, I don't know. Then she said she was sepsis and she was, I didn't take care of myself. I'm like,
whatever.
What did you do?
But I don't know why, like, she's well enough to go to set, get in geesh.
Yeah.
But she can't just stand there and do Sissy that walk. Like,
yeah.
you don't have to do flips.
Yeah, she could. Did you see what Mia Starr did? She could have done that and fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in the workroom?
No, I don't want to stretch this out. Let's just get to it.
By the way, we've already done 30 fucking... Well, no, we did,
15 minutes on Jeremy's underpants.
We haven't done 30 minutes. People don't know it's going to go to Patreon's going to get the break talk. But wait, this public feed...
We don't have a public feed.
Well, that's what I was trying to say earlier is... Oh, no, this is going to the public feed. Sorry, this is going to the public feed because we didn't do Big Takeaway. So I'm going to release it to the public feed. And then also, and so I'm going to announce this now, I've already released the first half of the shows on their respective dates. So if you want to hear Drag Race recap from the first half of the season, they are already in the public feed right where they should have been released initially.
Oh, okay.
And the second half is going to drop midweek. But this one's going to go out first. It's going to go out on Monday because there was no Big Takeaway.
Okay. Well, hi public feed people. We've missed you.
Yeah. And public feed's going to be, they're going to get all stars.
Okay.
You know what I was really shocked by?
What?
I was talking to this Lori and I said, well, next week you're off the hook. And she goes, why? I go, the show's ending. And she goes, I know, but what about All Stars? I go, I'm not bringing back Big Takeaway for All Stars. She goes, you're not? And I go, I still stuck to it. I'm not bringing back Big Takeaway. Because a lot of it had to do with, one, why would Lori want to be tied up every Friday? But B is like, it was hard to do because it was a show that had to be done that night. I had no, I had to watch it like as soon as it came out. It was a whole thing.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is. But you know what else is coming back?
What?
That I am really excited for? The Rumor Mill. Are you excited for the Rumor Mill to come back?
Well, yeah, no, it's my favorite show to do. But like, when is that, like straight away, or is it like, I don't even know when All Stars is? Is it during All Stars? Is it
the
off
rumor
season?
is that it's like early to mid May.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, you're not doing Rumor Mill?
Yeah, no, I'll do Rumor Mill. But does Rumor Mill just start automatically?
What do you mean? What is this question?
Like the week after next, are we doing a Rumor Mill?
No.
It'll
come out and it'll sync up with All Stars.
Okay, great.
It comes back with All Stars. Yeah. You'll get some time off. I'll get some time off.
Thank God. This is actually the hardest job I do.
You're saying that, but then, and I should probably make a formal announcement every year without fail. I take fucking we've done, 16 straight episodes of 7 episodes a week and all this stuff, right? And I take like 2 weeks off, and there's always somebody who's like, anyone where? And by the way, even then, they're still getting shows. They're still getting the tea. They're just not getting Drag Race shows. And like, hey, anyway, I didn't get any Drag Race. I'm like, yeah, there's no Drag Race. When All Stars comes back, it'll come back.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have self-deported, by the way. All right, let's go with the lip sync. First one, and I'm not going to we know how the round, no one cares. They had a way of doing it. They drew balls and the person had to pick a song. We're not going to do any of that. Okay?
Hey, what'd you think that they gave Bruno a break and they got this Asaf or whatever his name is?
But that wasn't the hot Jewish guy that had the big dick.
I thought it was.
No, what happened to that guy?
I thought that is this guy.
Is that him?
I thought so.
I don't think it is.
I was gagged that they gave Bruno the week off because, like, that's usually his thing.
I don't know. Maybe they want to, or the Asian one.
Oh, yeah.
An Asian name, Callum.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's
Or maybe he did. Did he do it last year? I can't remember.
He's hot too.
They're all quite. And I'm off Bryce. I don't think Bryce is that hot.
You know what's funny is I'm kind of more into Bryce.
Wow.
I think I like that kind of thickish kind of man. Can you imagine him coming inside of you and then just collapsing on top of you?
Yeah.
I think I prefer that over stupid skinny Bryce. No, I'm sorry, not Bryce. Stupid skinny Bruno.
You think Bruno's skinny?
I bet you he's skinny in real life.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If he wants to come inside of me, he can. Is he Brazilian?
Stupid. All right. The first one was Sierra Mist versus Athena Dion, Born Naked. Your thoughts here?
Okay. Athena started with air fucking guitar straight away. So I'm like, you're out. I do think Athena did a better lip sync overall than Sierra, but who really gives a shit? Like we all whatever.
Well, I would just end the show then right here.
But don't you I feel like Sierra herself, Athena, Jane, I think they all knew we're not getting to the end of this.
No, Jane's talked to someone on Reddit said that Jane at whatever bar she hosted at last night said that the vast majority of the eliminated queens that were there were just doing it because they were under contract to do it, that they were just so annoyed to be there, just wanted to get it over with, and we're not stoked to be there.
Right. Well, yeah, no. What did you think of Sierra as the substance monster?
What a horrible lip sync. I can't believe she won. You know what?
Terrible.
This was an entertaining episode to watch, but especially the first few lip syncs, every decision is wrong. Athena Dion wasn't great. Don't get me wrong. You got air guitar, she's cringy, all this stuff, and it wasn't good, right? But it was Sierra Mist was awkward. It was like, what's her nuts with the butterflies,
Oh, you think it was that level?
I think it was the way it was just couldn't get out of the outfit. And
it was so bad.
Was the thing, I don't know, what was that thing she pulled out?
I thought it was a reference to the movie. Was that
Is
one
there
of
a reference in the movie? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like everything Sierra does, she thinks she's eating and leaving no crumbs, but then she trips over the crumbs, as a wise man once said. So, I feel like this is another example of her just trying too hard.
Yeah. Athena was robbed.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Yeah. Sierra shouldn't have won. I think they probably just felt bad she spent all that money on that fucking costume, and she was like, look, here's my logic. I'm RuPaul. Athena was horrible, but she was better than Sierra, right? But Athena just wore whatever. Neither one of them is going to win this thing.
Yeah.
Let's just give Sierra another chance because she paid all that money for that outfit.
Maybe. And it was like a thank you for coming to the workroom in a look and for starting some drama.
Yeah.
We'll give you a win.
Yeah. All right. Next one was Mia Starr versus Mandy Mango in Just What They Want.
Mm-hmm. I really like Mango. I feel like she's maybe she's not super polished and maybe she could extend her legs a bit on a dip or whatever. But I thought she did a great job.
She won his lip sync.
Yeah, I thought Mia was going to win no matter what. But I thought it could go either way with this one. I thought it was close.
Mia was going to win no matter what because they wanted it to be Mia versus Juicy at the end. Full stop.
And I wanted that too. So I didn't really care about the riggery, but I thought Mango did great.
Mando. The Mangalorian won this lip sync. All right. Next, Didi Fuego versus Vita Von T Star main event.
This was the most meh one to me.
Yeah.
I think Vita definitely won over Didi for sure.
Didi Fuego, 1 point. This RuPaul says strike up the band, and Didi starts conducting like a fake band. Everything was like my niece at Montessori when she was 7 years old, performing a song with if they would have said crying, Didi would have been like this.
Yeah. And then when Didi left, she was like, oh, I was going to save my reveal for the final lip sync, but here it is. And I was like, bitch, you should not have saved a single thing. You had to fight
all
for
you
your
did
life
was
to
just
get
take
through
off
one.
a skirt. Wasn't it what did she think she did?
Oh, she's funny, this Didi.
Vita Starr versus Mia Starr for Call Me Mother.
I thought it was crazy that Vita chose Mia. I thought that was like really bold. I was like, okay, Vita, I know I want to eat you. I thought it was great. I love them both. But yeah, I feel like Mia won this one. But you don't think so?
Well, it was very close. It was very close. But I felt Vita was capturing the song more. And this Mia, again, the problem is that Mia pulled a Babe Ruth and pointed to the right field to where she was going to hit the home run, and then walked around and pointed for this fucking song. She was like, "Oh, I know this song backwards and forward. I choreographed." I was like, "All right, we're gonna see some good shit." And then she just walked around and she just pointed to her mouth that she was lip syncing.
Yeah. I did think it was funny how Vita was like, I am going to embody this song and like the lyrics and the meaning and just the power of it. And I'm like, it's the main event. It's not like Wind Beneath My Wings.
No, this is Call Me Mother.
Oh, is this Call Me Mother? Okay. No, was it? I don't know.
Call Me Mother. And the thing is though, but just to go with what you were saying, it's RuPaul. It's like a bitch track. So RuPaul's like talking about herself. So you're lip syncing. I'm going to capture the meaning of the song. You're RuPaul?
I don't know. I still enjoyed it. I love that Call Me Mother. Like, I'm glad the songs that Juicy got to do were like the really good high energy ones. But if Juicy could do a Call Me Mother, I think that would have been excellent.
Yeah, it would have been fun. It would have been what it should look like. Kenya Pleaser versus Sierra Mist, Pretty Gang.
Okay. I think, yes, Kenya definitely won. I loved the inclusion of a fat girl high kick. So funny.
You know what? I'm going to give you some new things that she did. She did new things that were like, oh, I haven't seen the fat girls do this yet. Where like, but there was one that I was like, oh, I got to see if I can do that.
I'm sure you can.
I want to make sure I don't kick my TV or something like that. Hold on, I'm going to take my headphones off. All right, here we go. But there was one where she was like, there's the high kick. And then there was one where she just held her foot or something like that.
Like she was doing a stretch.
Yeah, like she was like, and like she was like showing off, like, look, I can stand. Hold on, let me get this here. I can stand and like hold my foot. So she was like and I was like, is that a big flex? That you can hold your foot?
Oh my God. Yeah, I love it.
There was one that, I can't get the camera to go on the floor, but there was one she was on the floor and she just held her foot as she was on the floor. But
yeah, no, I really enjoyed those moves. And I also enjoyed in confessional with her eyes shut the whole time. She's so fucking funny.
But yeah, Kenya won that one.
For sure.
Yes,
for
Sierra.
sure.
And I will say, even in the workroom when she was showing off the fake boobs, I couldn't clock it.
No, I thought that the prosthetic boobs were the best bit.
Yeah. Discord versus Jane for Sissy That Walk. Okay, I want to. Oh no, it's not. That's in the next one. Okay, Discord versus Jane, Sissy That Walk. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jane picking Sissy That Walk I thought was so perfect. I just loved the symmetry of that. And then them doing the walk together, I thought was great. Like, I usually don't like when someone does like the Ginger Minge thing where they're like, oh, look at this person next to me lip syncing, and then like copies their moves in a comedic way. Like, I usually think that's a bit of a cheap cop out. But in this instance, I was like, it's pretty fucking funny. I was like, all right, Jane, you won.
But Jane picked the song, but she wasn't doing the walk at first. Then she saw that she was doing it and getting a big laugh, and then she did it. She did pull a ginger.
She pulled a ginge.
Discord was the one who was smart enough to do the walk. Jane won. I mean, she won, but like the Discord's so stiff. But yeah,
but it's a reflection on how fun Discord is and how that was like the one season long storyline we had was Discord's walk. Like, it's a reflection of Discord as a character more than it is on Jane. But Jane did well.
So now we go to the third round, and this is where Jane's ball gets pulled first, and then she gets to choose whoever she wants. and she chooses Juicy. She had her choices were Kenya, Mia, and Juicy. She chose Juicy. I'm going to call some bullshit.
Okay.
Either Jane was doing some producing on her own, which doesn't really make much sense because it would actually hurt her chances, or someone told her, don't pick Mia or Juicy.
So you're not buying whatever she said about not wanting peanut butter?
No, I don't buy it. I think because she picked Kenya, right? Yeah, she picked Kenya. And no, she picked Juicy. I'm sorry. They said you have to pick probably Juicy or Mia, because then what that would do, because the smart thing to do would have done to pick Kenya, because then I made a mistake here, guys. The smart thing for her to do would have been to pick Kenya, but that would have forced a third round Mia versus Juicy.
Yes, you're right. And then who's at the end? Juicy versus Kenya? Not as fun.
That would be, I think that happened with Morphine season, where whoever wins that one is the winner, right? And so they didn't want that. So I think they told her, because why would you pick Juicy? You know you're going to lose.
Well, the thing is, she would have lost against any of them. So at least by picking Juicy, she shows a little bit of nerve.
But I think she would have had a fighting chance against Kenya. A fighting chance.
Yeah, she could have maybe beaten Kenya, maybe.
Slightly. If she had a really good song and a really good performance. That's why I think it's weird.
But only if she did the mugging thing and copied the moves, which she already just did. So it's like, that's a one crutch.
I'm over this. Let me just have Juicy just do it and win. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but like I said, Juicy doing that move with the reveal on her handstand, Juicy was like,
it's
this
phenomenal.
Bitch deserved it. I mean, there's nobody who comes close in the dancing.
Yeah, and the way she just like elevated the song, like when I was watching it, I was like, Cha Cha Bitch is just like the greatest song in the world right now, because Juicy fucking sold that shit.
We never saw Nene versus Discord, did we? That would be interesting. No, I'm sorry, not Discord. We never saw Nene versus Juicy. Nene versus Juicy would be very interesting.
Nene sent Juicy home, didn't she?
Oh, she did? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Diego, take that out.
Just last week,
no.
right?
Nathan, this is a good example because I'm going to keep that in of me intentionally keeping Diego in.
That was a joke, Diego.
That was a joke, Diego, take it out.
Oh, I understand.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway.
Funny. Yeah, Juicy's so good. Ugh. That was a massacre.
Yes. And then Kenya versus Mia for peanut butter. I think Kenya won that one. Shocking, I know.
I thought Kenya did a good job, but I thought, she was never going to win.
Kenya was actually doing peanut butter. Like she was like shaking her ass, shaking, showing some jiggle. This was this Mia during peanut butter. I can keep my head on that shit. Mia was like, peanut butter, 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 like, and I'm like, I could do that.
You just did.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an element of Mia just like, because she was in that first round, she had to do 4, she's a bit more tired than maybe Kenya was, or what?
Guys, they take breaks. They're like, there's like setups and stuff like that. Like who do you think cleaned up the money after?
Oh yeah. Well, apparently Dee Dee. Oh no, what did you think? Oh no, Mango. Mango gets $1, and then Mikey Mix just steals it in the workroom. I was like, that's pretty fucking brutal.
I don't know if you know this, but I went to many finales.
Oh yeah.
They would have like 15 on the low side, 15 to 30 minute like pauses between each film moment. So to do setups and this and that for whatever reason. So like there's lots that she's fine.
Okay.
Juicy versus Mia for CoverGirl.
I thought it was brilliant. I thought Juicy's tricks are just so good. I love them dancing together. I love that like synergy that they have. But like, yeah, this was Juicy's night, and I'm really happy for her. What do you think?
It was good. This is one where I'll say, like, look, Mia obviously lost it, but she was fun on the stage and worked well with Juicy.
Yeah, she did. I think Cha Cha Bitch was my favorite. Like Juicy and Cha Cha Bitch, perfection.
I don't know, because Juicy has some really good moves and moments in Cover Girl. That actually underrated moment at the end when she goes to the back and she starts doing that like weird fake walk
on the
like
spot.
That.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
But the reveal in a handstand, I mean,
that was great.
I can't get past that.
Yeah. And then Juicy won, as we predict. You know what's so funny is I saw this video last week on Reddit of someone filmed Juicy at the viewing party she was at for her episode where she's getting eliminated. So the episode's playing. Everyone in the bar is watching the episode, but Juicy's at the bar crying, and they filmed it and they film it back and forth. And I'm like, bitch, you know that next week you win $50,000?
$50,000. And 2 tickets to see Stop That Train.
I'd give him $1,000 back just to not have to go see that movie. By the way, you know they're going to have all these bitches at the premiere.
I know, but she's won 2 tickets.
Are you going to go see this movie?
Well, I'm not going to pay money to see it, but I will watch it.
They had that little preview or whatever after the show.
Oh, did they? I didn't see this.
You didn't miss anything. I want to stop that trailer. Any other thoughts, Nathan, on this episode?
It was annoying how every time when the queens were watching backstage, when the camera would cut out, they'd all go, "Oh, what? No!" And I'm like, it happens every single fucking time. That pissed me off.
That is a really... I was thinking about it. I'm like, guys, you've watched this show, right? This happens every single episode. Yeah,
it's so annoying. But no, great episode. I loved it.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Be sure to join us next week for the season finale of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. So for Nathan Patrick Brown and myself,
Cha Cha Bitch.
Thank you for listening to Drag Race Recap, part of the Afterthought Media Network. If you love this episode, be sure to follow the show wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating and review. It really helps us grow. For bonus episodes, early releases, and exclusive content, join us at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. Special thanks to these expensive tier Patreon supporters: Supernova Ghoul, Braxton Cahill, Polly Amory, Graham Crackers, Little Delicious, Mike Yeager, Efren Barboza, Pilskit Pony, Scott Dreyer, Myra FG, Emily Tully, Travi Cosmos, Tom Bombs, Jackie Chirinos, Mary Shine, Lucy Carrasco, Astute Girl, Dave, Alona, Runner Brandon, Humble Pie, E. Smith, J. Thomas Plank, Nikki Pettit, Trots Away, Doofus Maximus, Anakins, Kathy Zender, Nikki Baker, Peter, Derek Byers, Clinton Williamson, Coco San Pedro, Poppy Woods, Jazzy Ray, Lauren Eckert, Brad Coley, Katie Whitmire, AJ Norris, and Sarah Yu. Drag Race Recap is an Afterthought Media podcast.
This is a Monday.com ad. The same Monday.com designed for every team. The same Monday.com with built-in AI, scaling your work from day one. The same Monday.com with an easy and intuitive setup. Go to Monday.com and try it for free.